What's up, Rangers? Today we are going to be going over and reacting to the latest Tanya videos that she has posted addressing me or trying to rewrite history. So it is always of the utmost importance to not allow animal abusers to rewrite history and act like what they're doing is totally okay. I guess I'll just start oldest to newest, because Tanya certainly has put out a myriad of videos responding to me, and I would like to just start from the beginning, I think.
Okay, Raleigh, it's time to stop using me as your cash cow. You have now made in excess of 20 videos about me, 10 after you told me to stop contacting you and threaten me with your attorney.
I don't think that I've made 10 videos about Tanya since I offered to have him gelded and we had a whole email exchange. But even if I had made 10 videos, okay, it's pretty funny that Tanya believes that she should just be allowed to post whatever content to the internet that she wants, and people should not be allowed to criticize or commentate on what she's posting. I think she's also just really flustered by the idea that I won't let her rewrite a narrative of being this innocent victim, that I'm staying on her and continuously telling people that she is abusive to her horse.
So you're clearly in it to make money. Now, you're saying it's because I'm an abuser, so let's think about that. My horse crib bites, I can't stop him.
Before I go further, I have to address this. A very common thing that abusers say in response to my videos is that I'm only making these videos for money. Wrong. Essentially, whenever I see somebody say Raleigh just makes videos for money, I just automatically know that they cannot self-reflect on their own behavior, because it's just a deflection tactic for them. I've been an animal activist since long before I was ever making money doing this. For those who don't know my backstory, I came from a very, very physically, mentally, emotionally abusive situation when I was a child. I watched animals get abused. I watched animals die on a regular basis. So yes, I make money being an animal activist now, as do shelters, as do animal rescues, as do animal welfare officers, as do animal welfare attorneys, and the list goes on. Everybody in the animal activism space makes money doing this, otherwise we wouldn't be able to do it full time. Even if I wasn't making money doing this full time, I would still be doing this part time. It just wouldn't be as regular, because I was doing this before I ever made any money doing it. I'm literally one of the very first equine activists ever. Additionally, what I do is not just what you guys see here on the internet, and Tanya is very aware of that. If I was just in it for money, I would not have offered to have your horse gelded for you, and the offer is still on the table. I genuinely want to be out of business. I would like to just post fun horsey videos on here, like what I used to do when I was a teenager.
So today I'm coming to you guys with another tag haul, because I mentioned in my previous one, which was a couple days ago,
I would like to be able to start up my ASMR mystery channel that I've been wanting to start up for quite a while, that I literally can't even have the time to start. I cannot wait for the day where I don't have to make animal welfare videos anymore, because I really don't want to. I would prefer that everybody just treated their animals well. Why do I have to sit here and do this? Maybe you should ask yourself that question, Tanya. Why does Raleigh have to sit here and tell the public about my behavior? Am I really that bad of a person to my animals that someone on the internet feels that they need to be educating the public on why the public should not be supporting me? Wow, maybe I should self-reflect a little bit. But no, that'll never happen for her.
I don't run my stallion in a herd because we don't have the facilities in the UK. That doesn't make me an abuser. The authorities have been out, because the Raleigh Rangers have called them all, and the RSPCA have been out, and they're as embarrassed as I am. When I pulled out this fantastic looking stallion in his 20s, they couldn't believe where the reports have come from. So thank you for wasting their time.
Just because the authorities do not have any real way to pin something on you does not mean that you're not guilty of animal cruelty. This is another misconception people tend to have about the legal system as a whole. Just because somebody is found not guilty does not mean that they're innocent. That's why it's called not guilty. So just because animal welfare officers don't have enough to pin on you, or maybe their laws have not progressed enough for them to be able to say that worn down teeth and social isolation alone is enough of an animal welfare concern to remove your horse, that doesn't mean that it's okay, and that does not make you innocent. It just means that they don't have enough. So again, this idea that Tanya is like this innocent victim, not true.
But let's turn this around. Just because you've missed my satire humour and the fact that I edit clips for dramatisation on the internet and it clearly works, you've got me wrong, so that's fine. So I am now going to offer you a free covering for your mare for socks. I'll even ship it out to the US myself, and you can make money from me that way, rather than just misinformation and absolute piffle and rubbish. So why don't we do that? Let's turn this around. Let's be friends, Raleigh.
Okay, I'm not even going to get into the whole mare thing because, I mean, it takes 2 seconds to know that I don't have a mare, that my mare passed away last year, and I currently only have geldings. Tanya, however, thinks that I don't understand her humor and satire. No, I totally get it. I totally understand that you're producing content that you think is funny. What you don't understand is that I am not allowing you to rewrite history and make yourself out to be a victim, which you are clearly blatantly trying to do. That's not you trying to be funny. She's very clearly mad that I am not allowing her to make herself out to be a victim. Half of the videos on her page are not her trying to be satirical. She is clearly upset that people don't like her. And regarding Tanya, oh, let's be friends, Raleigh, let's be friends. What? No. I think a lot of people, especially those that I make videos about, really genuinely think that I do just do this for money, that this isn't really who I am or what I believe in. And that's not true. I do believe in everything that I say. I don't just say things for attention or views. I would literally never be friends with somebody who I feel is abusive to their animal, who I feel mistreats their animal. You guys have no idea the amount of money that I have been offered to literally shut up. I've had companies that work with pro riders contact me wanting to literally buy my silence. Oh, hey, we'll sponsor you, we'll work with you, we'll give you thousands of dollars for you to just stop talking about this stuff. And I won't do it. That is how near and dear to my heart talking about animal abuse is. I've had people who have tried suing me just because they wanted me to remove a video and I wouldn't do it, and they lost. So this idea that Tanya has in her brain, whether she's trying to be satirical or not, suggests that I have low moral standards and values to want to even potentially become friends with somebody who I believe is abusing their animals, that I would switch like that. No, I mean, I think that you are a bad person. I think if you were a decent human being, you would accept my offer to have your horse gelded. I think that that alone shows that you don't care about your horse at all. You know that this horse does not have any issues that would prevent him from being gelded at his age. And you've never even talked to a veterinarian to see about that anyway.
Morning. Well, as you all know, I have been reported for abuse multiple times because I socially isolate my stallion. This has all come from a YouTuber who has no experience with horses, let alone stallions. So I thought, let's do my own research. On my recent post, I asked stallion owners all around the world how they kept their stallions. And lo and behold, I got the results I thought I would. 98% of them say they keep their stallions separate for obvious reasons. There's a handful of people who keep them in herds, but they're mainly in America or Spain, places where they've got the space to do that. In the UK, we do not have the facilities to run horses in a herd. I don't have a herd. I only have 2 horses. We keep them in 2 to 3 acre fields. It's just not possible. So for all those people listening to this YouTuber and reporting me, please stop wasting their time. You're stopping other horses that need help being helped. I've educated you, and it's come now from people on the internet, actual people who own stallions. So please read all the comments and stop reporting me, because it's just embarrassing now. And on that note, have a happy weekend, y'all.
I just love how flustered and mad Tanya is that people keep reporting her for abuse. It's obviously upsetting her really bad, which I think is funny. But let's talk about this. So this is the video that Tanya's referring to when she's saying that she asked everybody on the internet where they keep their stallions, how they keep their stallions, and if they keep them in a herd. And she said 98% of everyone said that they socially isolate their stallions, which is not at all what I found. I mean, literally more than 70% of the comments that I read were people saying that they keep their stallions out with geldings or in a herd. It was actually pretty rare that I came across a comment from someone saying that they did socially isolate their stallion. So it's pretty funny that Tanya's saying 98% of her own followers socially isolate. That's not true. I mean, are you illiterate now or something, Tanya? Why are you saying 98% of people that follow you socially isolate when that's just blatantly not true, even according to your own comment section, girl? I mean, come on. Are you serious? This is what I mean, you guys. This is what I mean by Tanya just blatantly lying to her own followers. I don't even understand how anybody could follow this woman. She treats her own followers like they're stupid. But moreover, I want to discuss this idea that I don't have any experience with stallions, which I think is pretty funny because I do have experience with stallions. Now, personally, I would never own my own stallion just because I'm not in the breeding industry. Also, I would never be in a position where I would feel that I need to have a stallion. I also would never want to have a stallion because I keep my geldings out in big herds on large pastures where they get to live a fulfilling, happy life. I genuinely believe that geldings live a far happier life in general being domesticated than stallions do. Honestly, I think it's really upsetting her that we are not letting up on this situation. The reason why you are a target is because you're someone who continues to rage bait the general public, and you want people to think that the way that you treat your horse is okay when it's not. The way that you treat your horse is abusive. Social isolation is abusive to a herd animal. The way that your horse's teeth look is abusive. You should have addressed the cribbing problem long beforehand. Your horse not being gelded is also abusive to him. He is sexually frustrated. He's old. Breeding him at his very old age comes with significant health risks and challenges as well. I think Tanya is just a liar, and I don't even think that Tanya believes what she says. And like I said earlier, just because the authorities can't do anything at the moment does not mean that what she's doing is okay. Legitimately, as sad as this sounds, we are probably just gonna have to deal with Tanya until Socks passes away, and then I think her content's gonna die off. Tanya, to finish, I just have to say this, my offer's always on the table. If you want me to pay to have him gelded, it's always gonna be there. Not for you, for the horse, because I feel like this horse deserves a better life than what he has. But if you want me to stop making videos about you, then maybe you should start thinking about what you're posting publicly on the internet.